Hi YouTube, how are you doing? And welcome back to Phasmophobia. Today we're going to be doing something that we've never done before. We're going to be doing the level 1 challenge, but this time we're going to do it on insanity mode, which is basically what it feels like to play Phasmo for the first time anyway. What is the level 1 challenge? It means that we are going to go into the game with only the starter items, the items you have when you first load up Phasmophobia when you're level 1. Obviously I'm not level 1, I have a bit of experience, but maybe with insanity mode we can make it feel like as if we were level 1. It's gonna be fun. I hope you enjoy. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. But let's not waste any more time and let's hop into the game. Let's go. Oh baby, oh my god, I forgot. Yeah, we're playing insanity mode. Look at that empty truck. So the only thing I've added that is not starter items is just a strong flashlight, because it's otherwise you're gonna be able, like, you're not gonna see anything because it's just gonna be pitch black with the weak flashlight. That's just for your viewing pleasure. We're against Christopher Roswell. We have an EMF, we don't have a crucifix, and we do have candles in the house, but we don't have a lighter to light them. But let's just focus on being able to do this at all. I'm gonna start just as if it's a normal run with my EMF and my photo cam. So we start at 75% sanity because it's insanity mode, obviously. Now this is basically what Phasmo feels like when you start. Oh, I heard that. When you start playing, everything feels like insanity mode because you don't have any clue what the fuck is going on. Okay, one of these things got thrown around. We need to go fast. Oh, there's a big boner. Need to go fast because our sanity starts super low and we don't have any sanity regeneration. We don't have candles to protect our sanity. Nothing. No smudge sticks during hunt, so if we get chain hunted, it's gonna be a disaster. It's gonna be tough. Let's see. So we only gonna get one evidence as well? Oh, this is gonna be a disaster. Wait a minute. This is truly what Phasmo feels like when you start playing, because you suck at collecting evidence when you start out, because you have no idea how the items work, and the tutorial in this game might as well just say good luck, have fun, don't die, forehead, because the tutorial is fucking ass. Does the tutorial even explain you how to hide? The tutorial doesn't even tell you that your equipment attracts the ghost, does it? I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you friend? Did I not pick up the bone? I took a photo though, right? I didn't pick it up. Okay. Where are you? Oh, fingerprints? No fingerprints. No EMF? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? I don't think they ever really updated the tutorial after the game came out. I think they maybe added an explanation for dots in there, and that's all. But that's obviously not all you need to play this game. Honestly, the fact that the tutorial is so bad probably helped me out a lot, because everyone who actually wants to know how to play this game has to look it up on YouTube. Because no one can use the tutorial, because it's an... like, it tells you, like, the bare minimum. Can you give us a sign? Are you even here? I don't have any thermo. Dude, you realize just how useful all your equipment is when you take it away. It's like in this case, I want to use a thermo to confirm which is the ghost room. Is it this? I guess I should turn on the breaker as well. Oh, maybe it's the hallway. Which one is actually the ghost room? Like down here, it's in the garage. And we're not gonna be able to do much, no evidence. So there is a few ghosts that might be borderline impossible. We'll give it our best shot. Oh. Wait, it's throwing in... what? Wait a minute. Okay, that's in here. So it's in the hallway, I'm assuming. Turn this off. Do we have any hiding spots, by the way? Very important. Ghost event. That's really bad, but it's not an Oni. Uh-oh. I can basically be hunted now. This is gonna be a disaster. I should have thought of this before I tried. Where the fuck is my hiding spot? I should try out the tutorial again. Is the tutorial even remotely useful? Okay, down here. I haven't checked out the tutorial in years. I only checked out the tutorial. I think I checked it out once after I started playing, and I'm pretty sure they didn't change anything. Okay, let's just throw it all in here. This is probably in this hallway. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you French? Are you pizza? Are you grandma? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you French? Because especially if like they might add a new they might add a new tutorial in the next update, because oh no. What the fuck? Oh, it's a Hantu? Hantu? Hantu! Hey there! Let's go! I think? It sounded super fast there for a second. So it's gonna be freezing. Hey, buddy. Alright. Dude, look at that throwing. This is not something you're gonna be able to do. Man, this game truly has an insanely high skill ceiling. Because I remember when we started out playing in 2020, in the before times, we would be like, at any point you never knew, because it was such a janky game made by one person, you would never know if something was a bug, if something was intended, if it was a mechanic, if it was like I don't know, you just be guessing completely. And there were no one had like full knowledge of what was going on. There was no communication with the developers, so we were literally just like blind and just like touching around, figuring out what the hell was going on in this game. No one knew. Let's go to Grafton. Let's do a farmhouse. This is gonna be spooky. It automatically added all my items. Take that shit out. I want this one. Auto add only the strong flashlight. There you go. We only have one flashlight. That's all. I remember spending literal hours on some missions just because we were so bad that. Because the thing that happens to people, even now, obviously, this is like the rite of passage for new players. I think the game is really hard to balance across all player levels, knowledge levels. It's not necessarily like, oh my god, what was that? Not necessarily how good you are at the game. There's obviously some mechanical difficulty, but it's mostly just like planning, and it's a puzzle game. It's a puzzle game where you have to figure out how to best like solve the puzzle of what the ghost is. And what happens to new players is if you get low sanity, you'll start getting chain hunted, at which points literally everything falls apart. Because if you watch a professional or like a high level player, they'll almost never get chain hunted. Like, they'll almost never be in a situation where they're like, oh my god, I have no idea what to do, it's just getting disastrous. Which I kind of miss those times, because oh boy was it fun to, like, when I was starting out and you would just have like these runs where it was just an hour-long battle against this insane attic demon on Bleasdale, and you just had like no idea what was going on. Now we're just too damn good. We can't be fooled anymore. Also, it might just be another Hantu, because what the hell is going on? I was way too quick. Of course. Oh, come on. It stopped interacting just there. But that's why I love the custom difficulty so much, because it kind of brings that back, for me at least. Because stuff like this, like no starter items only on insanity mode, like now I can't just rely on my equipment, because like knowing how to use smudge sticks is such an important thing to learn in Phasmo. But if you don't have any smudge sticks, you're gonna have to paddle without a paddle. Matt Pancakes, thank you for the 3. Where the fuck is this ghost? Hello? Is that over here? It sounded really far. It's no way it was this door. It's gotta be somewhere else. I think my audio, I think what happens with the audio, I'm not sure if this is actually true. If you are too far away from a sound, it'll like flip. Yeah, I think it genuinely does that. It'll like flip inside out. Instead of sounding in front of you, it'll sound behind you. I don't know if that's a bug or if my headphones are just failing me. But that's the second time today that I heard a sound from far away, and it was coming. It sounded like it came from behind me, even though it was in front of me. Grab this. I'm not sure. It's gonna be so... It's gonna be like... It's gonna feel like 2020 again when this game comes out on console. Everyone's gonna be so confused. We're gonna have so many new players, which new players are like the best. They're so funny. I can't wait to do public lobbies, crossplay, dude. It's gonna be hilarious. Crossplay, public lobby shenanigans. Anything here? Hello? What the... It knocked on a window? I think? That was super quiet. What the fuck? Why are you so sneaky? Oh, there we go. Okay, so no thingies there. No thingies here. I think we can for certain say there's no Obake. This is some shade shenanigans or something. I wonder if they're gonna change. I hope they will. I know DK's been working on the console version for a really long time now, but I've done this challenge before, the user console or user controller challenge, which is a horrible experience. Playing this game with a controller is like simple stuff that is like muscle memory at this point. Stuff like running into a room, closing a door behind you. It's such a simple movement, but imagine doing that with like a twin stick controller. It's gonna be, I mean, people are gonna figure it out for sure, but it's gonna be not easy. Hi there. I'm gonna have to get a PS5 just to review the console version. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Okay, we got Spirit Box. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you French? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Why the fuck did you stop talking? Just me. Okay, so what am I dealing with here? Oh boy, that's a lot of options. Wraith is gonna suck. There's so many ghosts that are gonna suck. Because even items like motion sensors are you actually use so often. That's why, because I know when you start out the game, it's like this super fun dopamine rush for me, at least. I remember, hey Auntie, what's up? I remember like unlocking a new item and every time being like, oh, I want salt because then I can finally complete that salt objective I've been seeing. Not anymore because there's no more salt objective, but people are gonna be like, oh, I want to buy a parabolic. Oh god. Oh, there you go. I want to buy a paramic. Jesus Christ, Mare. I want to buy a paramic because then I can complete the paramic objective or something like that. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? I'm trying to do a Diogen test, but I guess we can just do that during a hunt. But I also remember this would happen a lot, and this is when I would go to public lobbies. I don't know how people start nowadays. Like obviously it's hard to know what it is like to start the game, which is also another reason why I'm so excited for the progression rework, because it's basically gonna put everything oh god. Ah, it's a Dio. That's why I wanted to do a Dio test. Why didn't you give me your special spirit box? Come on, man. Okay, I am getting some pretty easy ghosts. I mean, these are really important ghosts though to figure out. This is a Dio. Welcome, baby's first Dio. If you ever hear a train approaching like that, you hear those footsteps super fast, you gotta be careful because you might be dealing with a ghost that you cannot hide against. There's people. Shushi, right? It's Shushi's. Is I think level 15,000 or something, and their most died to ghost is Dio. Even people like there's different play styles at every level. My most died to ghost is Mimic because they're the most unpredictable and they kill me the most because you'll never know. Like you'll just think you'll be dealing with a phantom and then all of a sudden it'll be a Dio and stuff will go horribly wrong. But if you always hiding is super safe. But if you're against a Dio, it'll always exploit that hiding. But what you gotta keep in mind is that a Dio and a Thay sound identical in terms of their speed, at least if the Thay is old. So if it like is an early hunt, you're most likely not dealing with a Dio. I've honestly died probably more against a Thay thinking it's a Dio than actually dying against a Dio, because you can't really die against a Dio. I mean, that's easy for me to say, because dying against a Dio means that you literally just sit in a hiding spot until you fucking explode. Like even when the ghost is right next to you, there's no bell that rings and it's like, hey, you're dealing with a Dio here, get the fuck out of this hiding spot. Because you gotta, by the way, when was this video? I think I did a public lobby video relatively recently where I was against a Dio, and it was probably one of the most hilarious games I've ever played, where my whole team, I got spawn killed by the Digion. Yeah, exactly. And my team just slowly perished because none of them actually knew what a Dio did, which, I mean, that's totally normal, totally understandable. And I think that's the one weakness of this game. It's more of a community project than it is a like an individual learning curve. Like, as much as you can have thousands of hours in the game, and unless you're making like fucking spreadsheets out of every single game you play, there's some things you'll never figure out unless you'll like follow the patch notes, follow the people that have been playing the game for a really long time. There's so many mechanics that are just so obscure and basically untestable. Like I mean, some things are relatively obvious, like the poltergeist throwing a lot during a hunt, the Oni blinking, the phantom blinking, stuff like that. But like an Oni never doing an airball ghost event, that's a hard thing to test unless you're paying really close attention to everything. Now, that's something you can actually figure out, but stuff like the Banshee doing more singing ghost events, the Goryo never leaving its ghost room and stuff like that. I mean, I guess for the Goryo it says it in the book, but there's a lot of hidden abilities that are so obscure you'll never figure them out. Can you give us a sign? Honestly think this is one of the best ways to grind, by the way, playing on insanity mode. Honestly, just hopping into an insanity mode game with starter items, so you risk nothing. Because if you die now, it doesn't matter at all, because you're not gonna lose a thing. Make sure you find the bone, though. What I would recommend if you want to truly speedrun is always add the cursed possession. Because I did insanity mode speedruns for the first time recently. Oh, there's a giant boner over here. And the main thing that was holding me back from getting the ghost fast was usually the hunt not starting early. Because you have no control over when the hunts start happening on insanity mode, because you have no cursed possession to make it happen. The ribcage, no boner. It's just a lot of boners strung together. Larry, by the way. We'll grab this stuff because it's fast. The one evidence is brutal. We got a really lucky streak up till now. It's gonna come to an end. We're gonna get like a Ure or something. Alrighty, ghost. Oh, we got Orbeez. Could be Mimic. Hopefully Mimic, otherwise it's a disaster. Uh-oh, it's not a Mimic. No fingies. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you French? Are you pizza? Are you grandma? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Where are you? Okay. None of that. We can only do the escape one. It's still just here, Orbeez. I think if... This room is a little weird, because it's always like these three rooms strung together. The orbs usually show up here. Did it move to the kitchen? It did move to the kitchen. That's actually way better, but I need to know that, because if I get hunted now, I'm gonna perish. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you French? Another thing that's really... So it's not a Goryo. Well, it can't be a Goryo anyway, because it's O-dots, but... it's another thing that's really hard to forget, or really easy when you are good, like, proficient with the game, but almost impossible when starting out. How to even find the ghost in the first place. Like... I mean, it's kind of just like using your ears very well, I would say, is like the best tip. But if you're just like super loud screaming with your friends, you're never gonna find the ghost. Alright, come on. Give me a sign. Hello, Larry? Well, that was effective. It's not an Obake because Spirit Box. It's not a Hantu because no freezing. Or no fingerprints. It's not a Hantu because no freezing. There's Banshee and Yurei. Arvor, thank you for the 20 gift subs. Holy shit. Thank you. Mare's gonna be hard. Did we have a light explosion? Sucks. Wait, we could test this. We could test if it... Maybe it roamed because I had the lights on in the room. Wait a minute, this would be an insane way to test Mare. On Rio, this combo, if you see ghost orbs, you know you're fucked on this challenge because it means you're dealing with Banshee, Mare, Yurei, on Rio, which are the 4 ghosts you can't figure out on this difficulty. If you don't have any sight or extra items with you. It's pretty cool though that the items are usually, especially on like professional mode, obviously you can just get all the evidence. But even up to like this level where it's insanity mode and everything is like way too ridiculous, it is still a lot of the time possible to figure it out literally adding nothing. Using the starter items that you start with when you're level 1, you can still do it. Gotcha, thank you for the 3. Yeah, are you still here? Very quiet. Wait a minute, it's a mare! It's a fucking mare. It has to be. That is the second time that as soon as I turn on a light, the goat... It's normal speed. Oh boy. This is gonna be a disaster. Normal speed. It's throwing a lot though. Can it be a polter? It cannot be a polter. I'm gonna say it's a mare. It's not a Raichu. It's not a Revenant. We can't test Yokai because we don't have a smudge stick, which is really annoying. Thay. That would be faster. Just that double roam. As soon as I turn on the light in the room, it roamed away. I would say a Banshee, that's almost impossible behavior for a Banshee. Having it roam away from you twice in a row. That's really rare for Banshees. So I'm gonna say that's a no. And then the other ghosts are possible, but I mean, that's... Ghosts do change their ghost roll more often on Insanity. I would say this is like a 50% chance guess. I think it's about a 50% chance that it's a mare, and then like a 25%, 25... I guess it could be either of these. I would say it's like a 40% chance that it's a mare, honestly. And then 20% for Yokai Yurei on Rio. But I'm believing. I'm believing in the behavior. I know Mimic because there was nothing else. There was no other evidence for the Mimic, right? You already checked for everything. I was just here. I mean, there's... That's what I was talking about. I said we were having a lucky streak. It's gonna be ruined by a Yurei. There's just not much you can do about that. Because... Like, even with all the items, honestly, a Yurei is a disaster, especially on Insanity mode. We got Heather Hole. Because what would I have had to do there? What would I have had to do? Obviously, we knew it wasn't these. I could have figured out it wasn't a Yokai, so that was possible. For Mare, I just had to keep doing what I was doing. Turning on lights, seeing if it roams away. Just the fact that it happened twice was really unlucky. As soon as I turn on the light, it immediately leaves. On Rio, there was nothing we could have done. Banshee, there was nothing we could have done. So we literally just had to wait for the Yurei ability, I guess. But, I mean, I got better things to do. I may be a level 1, but... time is more valuable than the stupid Yurei. Alright, Ghost. What do you got? Hello? Also, there's so many like little rude things, honestly, on like insanity mode and nightmare that the breaker doesn't show up, which I guess it almost doesn't matter for me because I know exactly where all the breaker spots are, but that's another thing that you have to learn. You guys don't even know how bad it used to be. When the Cursed Possessions first came out, there were like 6 locations per map per Cursed Possession. So for every map, there would be like 36 different locations you'd have to memorize. And then, so 36 different locations for every map. You had to memorize like 200 different, more than 200 different item locations across all the maps. It was an absolute fucking disaster. Luckily, they understood that that was a terrible idea. That was one of those things. There's a few things where I have been like a little baby crying until they finally changed it. One thing was when they added to the game that the ghost could touch doors during hunts. When they first added that, the ghost could not leave fingerprints while doing that. It took me like a month of whining constantly every single game I played, hitting up the devs like every week until they finally buckled and added that. I was like, dude, this is such a genius thing you guys have done. You guys have solved one of the major issues in this game where if you have a shitty ghost room, you cannot get fingerprints. You guys solved that with this change. Because if you just let the ghost leave fingerprints during a hunt, no matter where the ghost is, if you just get it to touch a door during a hunt, you can then check for fingerprints. But for some reason, it took them like 2 months before they added that. And then the other thing was the Cursed Possession locations. I remember crying non-stop until they finally reduced the amount of Cursed Possessions locations. I mean, I don't think that took as long as the fingerprints, but oh boy, it was a battle. I walked so you can run. That's what I'm saying. All right, where are you, ghosts? And right now, maybe we can get the same thing with the summoning circle. Maybe eventually they'll fix the summoning circle from being the worst Cursed Possession in the game. A man can dream. As long as we... Oh, it's Dotso. Nice. That could have been a real disaster. Okay. This is actually an interesting combo. Ah! Okay, I could die here. I could die here. There's just not much I can do. Because I have no better hiding spot than this. And this is not a certain hiding spot. I crossed out Shade. I meant to cross out Oni. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, so it's not a Goryo because we could see those dots. Not a Dio because I'm not dead. Not a Raichu because it's not fast. It's not a Thay because it's not fast. Wait, I think I can actually do this. Wait a minute. Because on this is one of the only maps where you can actually kind of do a yokai test. It's not really, though. Because you can sit over here with your flashlight on, and then if the ghost comes in here, immediately, you know it's not a yokai, usually. Now, Phantom is going to be... Oh, but Banshee and Yurei are still on here. Are you kidding me? Hello? Willow is another really easy map for yokai test. I mean, Willow is... Oh, God. No! Don't hunt me. I'm gonna throw water all over the place. Dio is for spare box, yes. Or no Dio. You're in there. I'm so glad you did, you did dots already. I want to turn it off, but I can't because I'm gonna die. Okay, here we go. Let's test for Phantom first because that one's easy. I'm gonna test for yokai. Sounds slow. Hello? Fuck. gonna come down ever? Hello, 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 hello. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Well, at least we figured out it's not a yokai without much, without dying. Let's go. Singing again. That's because, guys, you've played this game before, right? As soon as when the game starts, the ghost picks a hunting noise and it'll keep the same hunting noise every single hunt. So the fact that this ghost is singing doesn't mean anything. Oh, here we go again. What the fuck? That's almost demon levels? Okay, let's do phantom. Okay, it's another phantom. This is a fucking disaster, man. What? Oh god, it's short. Good god. Oh, I can't hide. This is a disaster. I have no hiding spot. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, so it's literally, it's not a phantom. You know what? We can actually kind of do this. But it's gonna be, this is ill-advised. We can test if it is a banshee potentially. Okay, we have a hiding spot. Good, good, good. We're just gonna sit over here. Oh, I need to turn this off because I'm gonna lose my mind. Normal door touch, no Yurei touch. And then we're just gonna sit all the way back here and see if it ever roams to us. Like, if it ever comes over here, we need to have some items around us so we can detect when the ghost is close by. There's a laptop here. Oh, come on. Fuck. So for Banshee, you gotta be on the same floor, by the way. This is not a bug, this is intended. If you're not on the same floor with a Banshee, it cannot use its ability to wander towards you. This is something that is very, like, unclear. I mean, the Banshee ability is also just hidden. That's another thing that, like, I didn't know until I just straight up asked the devs, like, why is this not working? And then they were like, no, that's actually intended. And the reason why is because Banshees use their abilities so much, like, they use it so much more than Phantoms and Wraiths, that if you would do it across different floors, it would mean that the ghost would just only hang out at the entrance. Like, it would, every time someone like the target would come into the map, the ghost would immediately go towards that, and then it would just, like, be super confusing on big maps. I'm gonna say it's a fucking Yurei. It's never been coming towards me. Now, this is obviously not a long enough time horizon to do a 100% test, but once again, we're just getting unlucky now. We got lucky twice, we get unlucky twice. Can we be lucky again next round? Because these are some shitty ghosts. We've ruled out almost all of them. Yeah, this is where motion sensors would also be extremely useful. Motion sensors and salt, obviously, but I haven't felt, like, targeted by this ghost at all. It's never really come towards me. So, unless it's just a shy Banshee and Wraith. But I have to go with Yurei. 2 Yureis in a row, though? I mean, whatever. We'll see. 2 Yureis? Where's the Banshee now? Oh, come on, man. So Wraiths use their ability way less. Did you use it at all? See? Wraith. So this is a big difference. This is actually a huge difference. How long was that game? That was a 9-minute game. It didn't use its ability a single time. So I correctly figured out that it didn't use the Wraith ability, but that doesn't mean it's not a Wraith. Like, that's the thing with this game always, that even if you figured out it doesn't do a certain thing, that doesn't mean it's not the ghost that does that thing, because it might just be a shy version of that ghost that doesn't do it all the time. So yeah, there's just not much you can do about that. But I'm glad I figured out that it didn't do a Wraith ability, though. We got Gloria Lavender. I thought it was 69 there. Almost gonna be nice, but not yet, not quite. Little Peewee, thank you for the 10. Dude, I would go for some snow right about now. It is way too hot where I am. Yeah. The big difference between a Banshee and a Wraith, if you don't have salt, which, if you're doing stupid shit like I am, that could happen sometimes, is that the Banshee will absolutely spam the shit out of its ability if you're on the same floor, whereas a Wraith will do it very sparingly. Like, I would say, on average, a Wraith uses its ability once every 5 minutes, but as you saw that game, we didn't get it a single time in 9 minutes, so that's not always true. But from experience, it uses it relatively frequently, but the Banshee is literally like... I mean, so the thing with Banshees, by the way, you know how when you look at the stats for Banshees, it says, like, used ability 60 times or something stupid, even in, like, a 20-minute game? That's because when the Banshee uses its ability, it'll, like, every few 30 seconds or something, it'll try to use its ability, and then it'll go through, like, a check. Is the target in the house? Yes or no? No? Cancel the ability, but it still counts 1 up for the ability. Is the target in the house? Yes. Is it in the same floor as I? Yes or no? No, it cancels the ability, but it still counts 1 towards the stat of abilities. If it goes through all of that, yes, the target is in the house, yes, it's on the same floor as I, then it roams towards the target. So, there is... That's why you always get such ridiculous ability stats, which that is actually a bug, because when I asked DK about that, he was like, no, that's just unintended. We messed up there. Which I can't even imagine how spaghetti the code of... It's an early hunter? Can't even imagine how spaghetti the code of Phasmo must be. That's for sure early hunter. I was sitting in the light the whole time. It's gonna be like a demon. What the fuck? I was sitting in the light, no? I was just chilling. Okay, it's already done. Basically it's like a living room demon? Hello? Where are you, sir? Or lady? Ghosty pants. Okay, let's set up our writing book. We don't have a crucifix to do the demon test. But I really like how they've done that. I think the design in this game is so clever. So the main, like, the easy way to get a ghost is just get its evidence. The fun way, in my opinion, which is why I really like Nightmare and Insanity, is using secondary evidence. And the really clever way they've done it is that a lot of it can be figured out even without any items, like the hunting abilities and stuff. But the secondary items are not useful for finding evidence, but they still have a lot of use cases, especially in, like, something like the Wraith and Salt is, like, the most obvious one. Like, if you want to figure out if it's a Wraith, you grab your Salt. If you want to figure out if it's a Banshee, you grab your Baramike. Like, there's stuff like that where the secondary items get more uses because of the hidden abilities of ghosts, which I think is a really cool way to make those items feel more useful. Because it feels more like an actual ghost hunt then. And obviously, if for like the first 2 years of Phasmo's existence, we only had professional difficulty. So almost never, unless we like challenged ourselves to a no evidence challenge, but almost never would we actually have to use those secondary items. But then they added nightmare mode, custom difficulty, insanity, and now because the ghost will hide evidences, you have to use those items, which is really cool. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you French? Are you grandma? Are you in the garage? What the fuck was that? Are you? You threw the cock on the ground. Okay, so it's in this room. It's not hunting right now. It can't be a yokai or something, right? Because I wasn't even... What the fuck was that? Why can't I place the... Why can't I place the book on there, but not the dots? What is this dots discrimination? It's dots discrimination? What the hell? This is bullshit. Equal opportunity. Where are you? Are you here? I think demon doesn't have Unreal? Mimic? Where's my cam? Where's my cam? Where's my cam? Did I place it? Did I not bring a cam? I think I didn't. Oh, there. Did it just turn on the light? Oh, God. Oh, fuck. There goes my sanity. It's a mimic! Wow. Alright, well, there you go. That's the one ghost that's always going to be easy. And honestly, easier if you have little evidence. So yeah, the mimic turned into a demon. To early hunt me there. I love mimics so much. It's also my most common ghost for some reason. I have died the most of mimics, and they're also my most common. I haven't looked at these stats in a while. What do we got here? 65,000 interactions. Doors move 20,000. Abilities used 2,600. That's not even that much. Favorite room changes a lot. Total hunt duration 36 hours. Jesus Christ. Time in the ghost room 163 hours. Total distance traveled. Wait. 1,000 kilometers? 1,000. I have done like several marathons. Total sanity lost. What are these stats, dude? What the fuck? You can see just how little of my time is actually included in these stats, because total time investigating is only 237 hours, right? That is nothing compared to my actual playtime, which is 2,289 hours. So there's like 2,000 hours missing, which is wild. So imagine what these stats would have looked like if if they had it from the beginning. That's wild. No, it's not. Is it days? No, that would be ridiculous. There you go. Mimic, easy peasy. All right, let's do one more. Let's finish off with all the small maps. Let's do it. No, except Camp Woodwind, because I hate it. And go to Bleed still, the spookiest map of all. I have some of the most level 1 experiences on this map, so this is fitting. We got Mary Baker. Whoever was here must have summoned the ghost with a cursed object. I don't think so, because there's no cursed object, you idiot. That they add voice interaction. I've seen you ask this question like 3 times. I just didn't answer it because I have no idea what the question is. They've always had voice interactions. I don't know what you mean. Like, do you mean like voice detection? Do you mean that the ghost starts talking to you like, hi, how are you doing? I don't know what you mean. Could you elaborate? There's always been... Actually, voice interaction used to be way more busted back in the day, because you could just say, show us, and the ghost would start fucking becoming a poltergeist. But it would be really cool if they added more sound interactions, though, like where the ghost, instead of doing a ghost event, it does a sound event, and it will do like I don't know, like something like the clock. That's super cool. Like where it rings the clock, or I don't know, it starts like, because instead of doing this like stupid ghost event where it does like it just stands in a room and then the lights explode, would be way cooler if the lights went like 10 times brighter, like it just becomes like, and then they like start flashing. I guess it would be an accessibility thing, but like imagine the lights just, I guess if they don't flash, they just like ramp up, get super bright, and then they explode. That would be super cool. I mean, I guess this game already has so many flashing lights, you can't play it if you're epileptic anyway. Because there is, like, during a hunt, the fucking flashlight goes blah, 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 blah. The flashlight is like a test for if you can have a seizure. That would be really cool. There's a warning for it. I mean, what are you gonna do though? What do you mean warning? Like, how are you gonna play the game if you can't deal with the flashing lights? You're just gonna close your eyes during a hunt and fucking die? Like, what do you mean? The flashlight flickering was way worse before? Absolutely incorrect. Tell me you didn't play the game in 2020 without telling me. The flash used to be like... It used to be like, flash, off, on, off, on, off. If that's gonna give you a seizure... You can't even fucking look outside. You can't even fucking, like, I don't know. Is it actually that bad for some people? Like, if there's a flashing light that flashes every, like, 1 second, it'll give you a seizure? I thought that flashing lights had to be, like really fast. Like this or something. Like, this is enough to give people seizures. Ow. I mean, I'm literally like a random guy with a YouTube channel. Like, that is like way more impactful than I thought then. Like, I know every single game always says like, oh, flashing lights, you can't play this game if you're epileptic. But I assume that most people just ignore those warnings. Like, I thought that those warnings were just like the game developer who cried epileptic warning. Like, I assumed that as a person with epilepsy, it's super fucking annoying because like 90% of the warnings are just like, there's this one section where there's like 2 lights that flash off and on, and for legal reasons they had to put it on there. But you never know if, like, when you see that warning, it's actually gonna impact you, or if you can play the game regardless. Because I remember back in the day, I used to always, like, when I was, like, actually back in the day, when I was, like, a fucking shit-eating child in high school, and I only had, like, a stupid laptop that couldn't do anything, I had to think about every single game that I purchased. I had to be like, can I play this? There's, like, this website that's, like, canirunthis.com or something. I had to be on that website, like, 24/7 when a new game came out to try and figure out if my shitty computer could run the new video game. My life changed once I purchased a new, like, an actual good computer, and you take it for granted now. I never have to look up, like, if my computer can run a game anymore. I mean, oh, it's freezing. Okay. Because it just always can. But probably a lot of people still have to look that up all the time. Any orbs? Any... What? Ah! Oh no, it's fast. I'm dead. Wait, it's... What? Is it Hantu? But yeah, that's crazy. I just assumed that those epilepsy warnings were mostly just annoying for... Because I tend to only do them if if something is actually, like, flashing fast. Because so many games have those warnings, I assume there's gotta be a lot of people that don't have severe epilepsy. There's gotta be like a canirunthis.com for can I play this with epilepsy.com. Like, is this warning actually like a real warning, or is this like one of those legal disclaimer warnings? Or am I just like, am I living in a fantasy world here? I have no idea. Anyway, that was obviously a Hantu. Was it though? They're totally there for legal reasons, but obviously they're also useful. It's only legal. But like, what do you do if you actually got epilepsy? Do you just never play a video game? That's so fucked. You just not do anything? You can't watch YouTube. You can't do video games. You can't watch films. You fucking read books all day? Like you're living in the 90s? What kind of life that is? That sucks, man. Can I be hunted, please? Is there anything wrong with the 90s? I mean, there's a lot of perks on the 90s. No TikTok, no Twitter, no data harvesting of every single thing you say online. But there's also a lot of perks that you won't have. Can you hum me, please? Can still do many things. I mean, so people just told me that if a flashlight blinks like this, people will have like a seizure. If this triggers that, that's great. Like, look, how can this be less bad? Oh God, it's definitely a Hantu. How can this new flashing be less bad than the flashing like this? I genuinely, I don't think, I can't believe it. I think you're talking shit. Oh. Wait! Wait, it's a rev! What? Oh. What? Okay then. Jesus Christ, man. Alright, it's a rev. That was terrifying. Mimic? Oh, because we checked for orbs, right? It can't be a revenant twice in a row. Is it though? Is there like audio epilepsy as well? Where you hear like... How does it work? Yeah? What kind of audio is it? They have a medicine to help with seizures? Oh, I see. But there's no way that... Like, this is... Like, what triggers epilepsy? Is it like... It's literally like, this is a perfect example. Is irregular, really fast flashing worse than rhythmic flashing? I would think rhythmic flashing is way less bad than this. Like, just random flashing. Oh God, I'm gonna die. Wait. Wait, it's actually a mimic! Wait, is it? The fuck, dude? It's actually a mimic. Because now it's no longer... What the fuck? It was a Hantu, now it's a... Then it was a Rev. Now it's like a Jinn or something. That's spooky. Just play the game and don't make a conversation about this. Yeah, sorry for trying to fucking talk about anything. If you want to fucking watch someone only play a game, just watch those fucking no commentary videos on YouTube. Those must get lots of views. Like, what are you doing on Twitch if you don't want to interact with the streamer? I don't understand. What are you doing here? Okay, obviously it's a mimic. Or turn the sound up. Help! I'm stuck in here! Someone save me! Help! I'm gonna mime. Okay, anyway. That was every single small map except Camp Woodwind, because I fucking hate it. On the level 1 challenge, definitely, it just really depends on what ghost you get. We got 4 games that we actually figured out, which was a Hantu. It was a Hantu, another fast ghost, I forgot which one. Oh, a Dio, Hantu, Dio, 2 mimics, which is very lucky, and then a Ure as well as a Wraith, which are borderline impossible. I mean, the Wraith could have been possible with enough time, and the Ure was just RNG. But anyway, that was the level 1 challenge on Insanity for the first time. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're not subscribed, please do so. If you liked the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. And if you want to join the lovely gamers here in chat, you can join us over at twitch.tv/super. Click the link in the description down below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.